this room. It's probably each and everyone in this room, right? Like the originals that's been here for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. My ninangs are here that's been guiding me throughout my career. And my wife gave me a tiger look for the husbands there. You know what a tiger look like, right? And he just told me, why not, right? And then she reminded me, Lloydminster will always be our home. Our roots here run so deep. Our family is here. My big sister's family is still here in Lloydminster, so we come here very often. Our lifelong friends has been here. We've never missed any opportunity to come back and support as much as we can within the community. In fact, we feel like Lloydminster is just down in Kiscotty. Like it's a 10 hours back and forth drive, but we're always here. So, and she's right. And on my second issue, one thing that struck me when she said, Daddy, you're the most successful Filipino Canadian I know, and I'm so proud of you. And she said, success is not about comparison. Everyone has their own story to tell. You just need to tell yours. And again, just like a good husband, I said, yes, dear, you're right, right? And which is true, because everybody has its own journey. Everybody has their own definition of success. And I'm here just to tell my story. So here I am, not because I believe my journey is the most inspiring, but because I hope that in telling it, someone in this room might find peace in their own dreams that reflected on it. So let's start. I first set foot in Canada in 2007, about 18 years ago. Like many of yours, I arrived here as a foreign worker. I was very young and fresh, 24, maybe a little less pound, a longer neck, mas mahaba pa yung leg ko nun. Now you can't see it anymore. We first landed at Viking, Alberta, spent time with my family, and then few days after, we went straight to Wainwright for work. And my first job is a sandwich artist at Subway restaurant. Those are the early days were some of the toughest in my life. I guess in everyone's life, being a foreign worker in a new land, right? The adjustments, the cultural differences, the loneliness, the struggle to adapt, the loneliness, the overwhelming homesickness, being away from your family, the self-doubt, what am I doing here? The feeling of being discriminated at times, the feeling of inferiority and worthiness, being belittled. Again, these are all feelings, right? I constantly found myself asking, why am I here? Why am I doing this? Do I really need to go through all of this? These are probably the questions that each and every one of us went through. The weight of the unknown was heavy and it often feel like being defeated. But through it all, I held on. I found strength in my family, my sister that's living with me, my cousins, my friends here in Canada, and of course my family back home. And the most definite thing that helped me go through is being blessed of having a great boss, a great employer. And I think he's here right now. I wrote this speech a couple of days ago, but I didn't know that my boss is here. So let's give a round of applause to my boss, Robin, with Zanny over there. He is very generous and he has the biggest heart. He has a heart of gold. Having someone like Robin that would support you and treat you with kindness makes a lot of difference in the world. So I guess I am very blessed and lucky that way. So thank you, Robin. I will be forever grateful. A little over a year, Robin asked me to be transferred in Lloydminster. And there was again, I was fortunate to work under another incredible and very kind boss, Krista. This is Subway by the highway next to Dairy Queen. After almost 3 years of being a foreign worker, I became a permanent resident in 2010. And guess what? The first thing I did when I became a permanent resident, I bought myself a Hummer H2 and worked 3 jobs to pay for it. Very impulsive, right? Because I'm single, you know. A Hummer looks nice. And I guess most of the original Filipinos know I've been driving a Hummer, yeah? And by having that, I'm working Three jobs. I work as a front desk night auditor from 11 to 7 a.m. and then I work as a manager at the subway during daytime and a little bit work at the Princess Auto. So those are three jobs. And these are familiar things with foreign workers, right? Who just became a permanent resident because you feel like you're free. You can do everything. You work three jobs, you work four jobs, right? Because you can and you're young, right? Looking back, I don't know how I survived it, but well, I guess I know why, because I need to make payments for my Hummer. So a turning point in my career is the power of the community involvement. In 2011 was another a turning point for me. I became actively involved in the Filipino-Canadian community here in Lloydminster and surrounding area. For some reason, I became a president. I don't know, I got tricked on this, I was new in the area, I know, hey, you can be the president. So here I am being a president. I work alongside an amazing team of dedicated officers at that time, volunteers who became my lifelong friends, and some of them are here. My best friend Mark is here, Ma'am Jolov is here, Maisa, Ronald, Anton, Marky, Evelyn, and Roy. Those are the best time, you know, because we're single, we can do everything. We've been volunteering. Volunteering is very tough and taught us a lot of invaluable lessons of leadership, service, importance of giving back. Same goes with, at the same time too, we became involved in our church, being part of the Couples for Christ, where we become household head. Just like Dawson and all the UFCLA officers and volunteers from different groups, we are getting paid for this job. I guess by now everybody should know we are not getting paid for this job. We're doing this out of the goodness of our heart. In fact, most of the time we are the ones spending money for the events, right? Just to make it happen. Events like this don't happen overnight, especially this grand, right? It takes a lot of weeks, days, months of preparation just to get to this point. So it's not easy. So in line with this, may I ask all the volunteers, the officers, Dawson, can you please rise and stand up? All the volunteers and officers, can you please rise? Let's give them a round of applause. Because you know guys, blood, sweat, and tears, right, for these people. Again, they are taking their personal time, their work time, so most of the time we would have to request a day off just to be in an event, just to, you know, prepare everything, every single detail. So it's not easy what they do. And here we are, we'll just come up, dollied up, pretty and nice, we go for a nice supper. But behind all of this, it takes a lot of time and preparation and sacrifices that they do. So thank you for everything that you do, because I know how it feels, right? I owe so much in my personal professional growth to this involvement to the community. That's why I urge everyone to at least, you know, support, volunteer, give us, no matter how big, no matter how small, offer your service to the community, right? Because it's not easy. We are very blessed and thankful that we have these people to support our events and community. Not only the UFCLA, but all the communities, you know, the organizations.